Today is my 4-week check-in with the Primal Queen Goddess Creatine Bites. My honest review, real data, and what you should actually expect if you're thinking about trying these for energy, sleep, mental clarity, or muscle support. Hi, I'm Jenn Fast, and this is video 6 in my Wellness Experiments playlist, where I test food and health products for you before you spend your own money on them. 4 weeks ago, I unboxed and began taking the Primal Queen Goddess Creatine Bites. If you missed that video, be sure to go back and watch it. Let's start with consistency, because that's half the battle with any supplement. Out of the last 28 days, I missed 3 days entirely and had one day where I only took one gummy. Honestly, I can't remember why for every instance, except that one day I wasn't feeling well and I skipped all my supplements. Luckily, all my other supplements are gummies too, thanks to my inability to swallow large pills. So I already have a morning habit. I set out my gummies for the day, keep the Creatine Bites jar on the kitchen counter, and add 5 of these to my daily pile, 3 in the morning, 2 at night. I always take one right after my morning protein coffee, another after either breakfast or lunch, and then finish with 2 before bed. Here's a tip. If you struggle with supplement consistency, try habit stacking, pairing your new habit with something you already do every day. It's the only way I stay on track. After a month, I still genuinely enjoy the taste and the texture. The watermelon flavor is a nice variety alongside my other supplements, and I actually look forward to them. Most of my gummies are sugar-free, which is helpful for me on a GLP-1 medication. Too much sugar makes me nauseous, so these are like a substitute candy for me. Taking 5 daily was super easy. If you're worried about getting tired of the flavor, I didn't, and for me, the format made it fun, not a chore. Now, for the big question, do I feel different? I actually didn't track energy, focus, or brain fog, as these are subjective, and I didn't notice any changes in my daily life. No aha moments, no obvious boost, and no new afternoon slumps either. For me, it was status quo, which honestly is what I expected at just 4 weeks. If you think that subjective data on any of those criteria would be helpful, leave a comment or send me a message. I'm sure I can come up with some sort of rating system for these. But I am a data gal, and here's where I do have numbers. My sleep average for the month before starting the Creatine Bites was 7 hours and 2 minutes a night. During the first 4 weeks of the experiment, my sleep average nudged up to 7 hours and 9 minutes. We can't reliably correlate the 7-minute sleep time increase to taking creatine, but it will be interesting to see if that trend continues. If you remember, my Oura Ring provides a readiness score for each day. My last video explained what factors go into that scoring. As far as data for the past 4 weeks, it tells a similar story. My readiness score averaged 81 out of 100 before, and it's now 82.9 out of 100, 4 weeks into starting creatine with Primal Queen, at least so far. That's a tiny improvement, but I didn't feel noticeably more rested or energetic, so the data is mildly positive, but not life-changing. Again, it will be interesting to see if that trend continues over time. As for strength and recovery, no changes that I could tell. I'm not training intensely right now, but I also didn't see any surprise improvements or setbacks. Are there any side effects? None related to creatine. In week 4, I did increase my Zepbound dose and as a result experienced the typical mild nausea and fatigue that can come with that. But nothing I'd connect to the Creatine Bites. No GI issues, no bloating, no headaches, nothing unexpected. So, does the product deliver on its promises? Energy, mental clarity, lean strength. It might, but it's simply too early to tell. 4 weeks isn't enough for most people to see dramatic changes, and the research backs that up. And speaking of science, let's talk about that a bit. Creatine is an amino acid-based compound that supports energy production in cells, especially muscles and the brain. It's one of the most thoroughly researched supplements and is proven to be safe and effective for most healthy adult humans. The key benefits for women include muscle strength and tone. It supports lean muscle and high-intensity performance without bulking up. Brain health and mood. Women have lower creatine stores in brain regions controlling mood and emotion. Supplementation may help with memory, focus, and resilience, especially under stress or sleep deprivation. As far as hormonal support, it may help counteract muscle and bone loss in menopause and reduce fatigue during certain menstrual phases. Mood disorders. Early research suggests that creatine may improve symptoms of depression or anxiety. As far as dosing, the recommended daily dose is 3 to 5 grams. Primal Queen Bites deliver 5 grams in 5 gummies, which matches the research. And then safety-wise, water retention and minor digestive issues are possible at higher doses of creatine, but rare at the recommended dose. It's generally safe for healthy adults, but always check with your doctor, especially if you have kidney concerns or are pregnant or breastfeeding. Are creatine bites worth the price? For me, yes. They cost about the same as powders or pills, but the convenience and the enjoyment of the gummy format make it way easier to stick with. I'm now on a monthly subscription, and my refill arrived before I even ran out, which made staying consistent a breeze. Are these just for athletes? Absolutely not. The science is especially promising for women in perimenopause or menopause, for brain fog, mood, and muscle retention. If you want support for energy, cognition, or strength, creatine is worth considering, with your doctor's okay. So, will I keep taking creatine bites? Yes, I have a refill and plan to continue for at least the next 4 weeks, keeping my routine the same for a fair test. In my next update, I'll tackle any new questions that come in and update you on my sleep and readiness scores. If you have questions about creatine, women's health, or supplement routines, drop them in the comments or message me directly. I love nerding out about this stuff and will include your questions in the next check-in. If you'd like to nerd out on my sources, I'll provide a list in the description of the YouTube version of this video for you, and in the show notes of the Comeback Show podcast, as well as in my Comeback Letter newsletter. If you want to try Primal Queen Creatine Bites, I do have an affiliate link you can use to get a discount, and I'll link that for you. Or if you're watching this on Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram, just comment the word creatine and I'll send it to you directly. Thanks for following along, and I'll see you in the next video.